Hey everybody, what's going on? Um, you know, typically, I like to keep everything, um, as far as videos, related to, you know, records or CDs or, whatnot, books, things and what have you, for the most part. But, I've done this before, come across, you know, um, Rolling Stone articles, and this is going to be another one of those. I had some mail dropped off. Um, I got like three or four issues of Rolling Stone, and I started to, started leafing through a couple of them. They're talking about the new Van Halen and some new stupid Metallica release of, oops, uh, sorry, I said it wrong. Um, some new Metallica release of Rejects from Death Pathetic. Oops, there I go again. Sorry. Um, bad. Edit that out. Uh, yeah, I'll have to do that. But anyway, um, speaking of that, come across um article in March 1st issue of Rolling Stone here. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Um, Oy, excuse me. Again. So George here talking about is the CD era finally over? And it goes through experience of this couple trying to find a record store to buy a CD for uh, stepfather, and then they start talking about the numbers and everything from what they're selling. Um, the sales are down, of course. The usual yada yada, and then the change of they're slashing. Interesting thing is that because they start slashing, uh, the prices and everything. It's interesting because uh, over the summer, and I didn't put this in uh, fuck, what is it? I didn't do a music update on these. Um, but I picked up. I was at one of my favorite stores. I just love this place. Yeah, right. Um, I was at a Best Buy over the summer. Um, uh, Spending some time with my uh, with my mom and some of my family, and um, you know go to have dinner. There's a Best Buy right across um, um, right across the street. So I'm like, fuck it. I was looking for a couple things. I went in there looking for BLS. Um, Fuck, I forget that it's got Parade of the Dead and Overlord. It's the new one before the it's the one before the song remains not the same. I forget the title of it right now, but the all black cover. I was looking for that. Still looking for it on vinyl, but it's on the list. But anyway, so I go in and find it, um, and I found a couple of Ozzy albums that I didn't have. No Rest for the Wicked and Osmos. Anyway, that's not important. Thing is, they started doing these treasure bin, like $4.99, $5, um, deals and everything. And so I figured, cool. So I picked up the two of them that they had there that I didn't have. Um, I've got so much of this stuff. Um, also, um, I've got so much Ozzy, it's kind of ridiculous. Um, but he's definitely one of my favorites, so I don't have a problem with it. Um, a lot of other people do, but I don't, and I don't really care. Um, but the thing is, they keep going. So getting back to whatever the fuck it is I'm trying to say here, uh, they start going, the usual spiel. You got manufacturing costs. Is the CD even viable anymore? Then you go Spotify and iTunes and streaming, and they don't mention here, but shitty music quality. You gotta, that's something I factor in. Um, but never mind, that's another topic entirely. Um, but then they go, you know, mentions last year digital sales, outdid CDs for the first time ever. Um, so that brought into question the viability of the CD, of course. Um, and it goes through mentioning, you survived Tower, Virgin, other chain stores disappearing. CD is still here. Um, and then it talks about and I quote, older music fan. Put that in quotes. Make that perfectly clear. Older music fan. Um, Still looking for the physical object. Um, you know, and the thing is, and it says that, and this is where I have, there's a huge but in here for me after this. Um, it says, but younger fans show very different preferences. First of all, um, having a certain, and I've touched on this before, and sorry to go over it again, but you know, I've got the, because I've got the experience. I mean, obviously, um, I'm in that younger crowd, but you do it, you flip it around here. Obviously, I'm into the physical medium. That's just one shelf. I can't turn around. I've got the camera on the laptop's on my bed, so if I turn around, it'll fall off. But that's just one of shelves. I've got another shelf that's completely full, and I got a tote that's like almost completely full or everything. So obviously, I'm into the physical medium, and so I don't really fit in that category. But the thing is, um, you got that. It got an issue here with the thing is, and I'll use the comparison between me and my two sisters. They, the thing is, all three of us have got iTunes and iPods and all of that shit. Um, I it took me forever to get one. I actually bought one for myself as a graduation present from high school, simply because on long trips, um, during the summer and everything, and especially on the back of a motorcycle, um, it's kind of difficult to lug around um, a bunch of batteries and CDs. So that's why. I've still got my first iPod um, hid around somewhere that I've had it forever. It seems. Thing is that uh, you know you just the sound quality is shit. You turn on. There's a couple. Probably one of the worst produced and worst sound quality CD recordings that I've got would be um, Hello H by Slayer. Another one that's really, really, really bad is original Megadeth Peace Cells. Those are just absolutely horrible. Shit sound quality, especially the Slayer Hello H. Um, and it's not really, it's the, it was a recent reissue from Metal Blade and everything. It's just the sound sucks so bad on the old iPods. It's a little bit better. I got an iPod Touch a couple years ago, and it sounds a little bit better. It still sounds like shit though. You can hardly hear a damn thing on an album. That's why I hardly ever play that album digitally. Um, I just played. I was on the way to school, and I'm playing Rain and Blood, and it's like it just damn it. Nothing. I mean, of course, since I've heard this. I mean, nothing will beat, um, of course, the Rain and Blood original vinyl, max volume. Um, just be careful when you do it because you'll end up in a madhouse. Um, I thought, you know, my brain almost jumped out of my skull. Um, but it's like I thought that I was gonna go mentally insane, and I almost did. That album at high volume is just it's insane. But anyway, um, trying to stay on my point. Um, the thing is, I've always bought CDs. I've been buying CDs for over 10 years with myself. I've had CDs since forever, but buying myself with my own money since about the age of 12 or 13, somewhere around in there. Um, but the thing is, and I've always continued to do that, and I will continue to do that until they don't have CDs available anymore, which, according to some, are 3 to 5 years. This article in here continued to go on saying that it, that people are still buying the CDs. Adele's 21 is a prime example of, a strong seller. And, when you get bonus tracks, especially like the exclusive stuff, where you get, bonus tracks, you get DVDs and the extra stuff. Of course, that'll bring people. That'll definitely bring people in. The thing is, you know, my sisters who continue to be into downloading, they do the LimeWire, they do this, and it wasn't through. I mean, it was the piracy stuff, and of course, with all the viruses that came with it. My mom is screaming at me, "How do I fix the fucking computer?" Of course, she didn't say it, but she's like, "How do I get past this?" And I'm just like, you know, you gotta keep them off the computer, when they're doing that stuff. And so, I mean, the thing is, but seriously, if you're downloading music, um, for one thing, I don't really, even if it's on iTunes, even if it's legitimate, you're paying for the album, I still don't consider you a music fan. There's people, and I'm not going to name usernames or anything, but there's a guy that put his collection of Slayer songs up, and it's all iTunes. Yeah, so what? He's got, you know, torrent. He's got ripped, you know, yeah, he's got MP3 versions of bootlegs that I've got on vinyl. It's like, yeah, and he's got like say, I don't know, it's like maybe 200 songs or whatever he had. Um, but it's like, wow, you call yourself. not only do you call yourself a music fan, you call yourself a Slayer fan, and you've got are MP3s that you downloaded. Wow, good job. Um, the thing is, I just I don't you download. I don't consider you especially if you're not a music fan. You're definitely not a Slayer fan. And you can basically piss off. Uh, you know the thing is though, I guess because I know this won't make a damn bit of sense to anybody. It just wow, you know. Uh, yeah, basically, my 2 cents are in there. Fully withstanding the fact that yeah, the CD does seem and is dated in a way. The thing is, that's what I've always done. Um, Records, not so much. I grew into the records when I discovered the sound quality, and that turned me into this junkie that you know that's got Lord knows how many records and how many you know obscene amounts of money. Um, but it's just wow, I goodness um, but hey, yeah. So I guess the CD is finally dead. Just thought that was interesting. And obviously I'm staying with it. And what's funny is you could still. I was just in my local Kmart today looking for, and this will get a laugh out of everybody. Blank VHS tapes. Um, yeah, if you can believe that, that's funny. They still got CDs. They still got portable CD players. Um, and it's like, yeah, and I mean, the thing is, I mean, it's long understood here that, we want the physical medium. Um, you know, and, pretty much that's just, uh, yeah. Um, so anyway, I'm going to shut the fuck up. And, there's another one of the, you know, yeah, another one I'll get ripped for. Um, yeah, just thought that was interesting. Thanks everybody for watching. Part 6 of my Slayer collection will be up on my other channel. Thanks everybody. I'm out.